Good afternoon or good morning, ladies and gentlemen, wherever it may be when you're currently watching this video. This is King of Games 331, and I wanted to go over real quick just some tips and tricks that you can apply to your Diablo 4 playthrough. And hopefully some of this helped you. If it did, leave it a like. If you learned something new, also leave a like. If you didn't learn anything, leave a like. We appreciate the likes. But to get started off, I'm a person who has played Diablo 3, Diablo 2, and now we're going into Diablo 4. So, to start off, we're going to do the difference between these different ones here. We have the Eternal Realm, okay? And as you can see, these characters I haven't leveled up that much. Granted, there have been some characters that I have actually deleted and went on to create new characters. But this is just to show you that most of my Eternal Realm characters are on, as you can see over there on the right, World Tier Veteran 2, which increases the XP that you get and also increases the gold. Now the bottom two, my Necromancer, Necran, and my Sorcerer, your mom's a hoe. Um, Both are on World Tier Adventurer 1. Now, there is one particular achievement that is going to be hard to get, probably one of the harder ones, which is getting to level 50 with a hardcore character. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and load up Necran real quick. And for those of y'all who want to know the difference, if you're new to Diablo, Eternal means that your characters die. If you're playing with another friend, you have the ability to respawn. Also, even if you're not playing with a friend, you respawn, you come back. When you play in hardcore mode, such as what this one is right now, you do not respawn. When your character dies over level 10, then it gets put into the collections. If you die below level 10, it's just deleted forever. You can never see it, you can never do anything. However, if it's above level 10, when you actually get done, it winds up in your collections over here, showing you that this is the character that you got to a certain level. But once that happens, this character is deleted. Everything that you have is gone, everything is forgotten, and you can never go back. Hence why level 50 is one of the harder ones. You can see some of these guys, we've got level 50, level 55, but then we've got 11, 12. Some of these guys are just now starting out. So we're going to go into the first thing that I want to tell you guys about, which is a great thing. If you go to your map, now I'm playing on PS5, so of course it's the touchpad. You go to your map, and you'll see right below where it says map, it says Fractured Peaks and triangle to view rewards. Now, as you hit triangle to view rewards, you'll see that these bonuses happen, okay? Now, this is when you get more renown. You get more renown points for collecting waypoints, defeating strongholds, completing side quests, discovering new areas, doing side dungeons, and collecting the altars of Lilith. The more renown you get, the higher up your level goes. And as you can see right there, the first one that is claimed is a bonus XP, 3,000 gold, and 1 skill point. Now, you'll notice that the bonus XP and 3,000 gold is in a different bracket than the 1 skill point. That is because that 1 skill point does not apply to just your character. It applies to every character that you create in that particular mode, which means if in my other characters, the eternal ones that can die and come back and they're not gone forever, we're not playing hardcore, if that is not unlocked on any of my characters, they do not get the benefits from it. However, every new character that I create in hardcore mode will immediately start off with 1 skill point. Now you see I have the second one unlocked, which is the bonus XP and the 10,000 gold, and I've got +1 potion capacity. Okay? So you start out with being able to carry 4. I can carry 5. And the great thing about that is that since I've unlocked this with this character, that every character I create in hardcore mode hereafter will benefit from that one extra skill point that you get at the beginning of the game and that extra potion allowing you to carry 5 instead of the 4. Um, Now, the bonus XP and the 10,000 gold, your character will individually get that when you reach that renown with it. And there are different areas that you actually get, like right here on this one. Don't have this claimed on my other character, but each one will get you that tier. And if it's got the group of people, it applies to the entire characters that you create within that realm, whether it be hardcore or eternal. Okay, enough about that. The next thing I want to talk to you about is potions. Potions are very vital in this game, regardless of whether or not you're playing hardcore mode or not. But right down here at the apothecary, you're going to come in here in Kilvashad and talk to Varoka. You want to come by here frequently because what this does is that each and every time you gain another level, you gain up to 10, 20, 30, then 45, you are able to create a better healing potion. Now, this is the healing potions that you're currently carrying all the time. You can see that I got to player level 10. It heals 48 life instantly. I got to player level 20. Now it heals 80 life, and once I get this character to level 30, it will be able to heal 141 life. But you have to come and visit her and craft this potion with those items in order to uh, benefit from that. Also, make use of your elixirs. You have different elixirs that you can actually create. Okay, so you have weak elixir, lightning resistance, weak assault elixir. Normally, I go for like the weak iron barb. Increases armor by 50, thorns by 25, and experience by 5% for 30 minutes. That helps out a lot. But one of the best ones to have in hardcore mode is called the Elixir of Death Evasion. Okay, now it does take a lot of resources. It costs 1,000 coins to craft, but if you read the description, for the next 30 minutes, prevent death once and become immune for 2 seconds. Once this takes place, you cannot benefit from it again for 5 minutes. So if you find yourself getting ready to go into a sticky situation where you believe there's a chance you might die, you go ahead and pop this elixir and it will prevent you from dying one time so that your character in hardcore mode does not get deleted. Okay, now with that being said, we're going to go back here to the blacksmith. Now, currently, right now, I don't have anything in my inventory to get rid of. But basically, with your equipment,
Come back if you need
we're
me.
going to take a look at what I have. Currently, right now, I have, of course, rare and legendary armor pieces all the way across the board. When you first start off the game, try to hang on to the rare pieces that you can, but everything else salvage. Not only will you gain an aspect so that you can change the appearance for it, but you will gain crafting resources that you will need to upgrade your gear later. Once you start getting a lot of other rare things, like for every two-handed scythe that I get that doesn't do as much damage as the one that I have now, I scrap it here at the blacksmith because it gives you rare materials to get these level 2 upgrades up to level 3. Okay. In the beginning, don't be focused on your gear so much. Don't don't put a lot of points into actually upgrading your gear because you're going to get gear constantly in the game. As you level up, you're going to get better gear, and you're going to waste resources. You're going to waste gold on going in here and actually um, wasting wasting it upgrading it. And also pay attention to your stats very closely because some of your stats do different things. So as you can see, these plague trap gauntlets that I have right now, I have +1 rank of blood surge, which means in my abilities over here that I have unlocked currently with my necromancer, okay, you can see that I have been mainly putting points into blight and sever darkness abilities, not the blood abilities. But because of those gauntlets, I have got 1 point in blood surge right now, which means I can equip this skill if I want to my skill tree, even though I've not put any points into it because the gauntlets unlock the ability for me to be able to do that. Also, here's where
Dark
sometimes
days
you can
upon
find
us.
weapons. You can
We need a proper
also
weapon.
sell items that you want to. Gold won't be that much of a problem as you keep going on. The more quests you complete, the more gold you're going to be able to get. Like I said, scrap most of the stuff. In the beginning, you want to be about scrapping and selling about 50-50. Now, here is another cool tip. This is your stash right here. Now, as you can see, I have all of these chipped emeralds, chipped sapphires to slot into my different things of equipment. This goes across the entire account, whether it be either hardcore or eternal, which means that my other hardcore character, my sorcerer, can log in here and he has access to everything that is in this chest currently. Now, if I switch back over to my eternal characters, they won't have access to this, but anything that I put into the stash on that server, the eternal server, they will have access to, and we want, and you'll have the ability to get it, but it will not go between that server and the hardcore server. Okay, another good tip: jewelry. The different jewelry that you get. If you want to find something that you actually get and you want to upgrade and you want to put points into, make sure that it's the jewelry. Okay, because a lot of the jewelry will have stats that you want on there, like this right here, this flesh rendering band. Imprinted. After decomposed, spawns a corpse, gain 10 essence. If I want to keep that and I want that to stay on there, I would upgrade this ring because it goes along with the skill set that I have. And you're able to come in here. Once you reach level 20, the jeweler will be unlocked, and you can then upgrade your equipment just like you do at the blacksmith. You're able to go over, choose the item that you want to upgrade, and you can see down here at the bottom the material costs. Now that right there, that third item, there where it says I have 9 out of 4, every time you scrap a legendary piece of item, you have a chance of getting that material, which is going to allow me to upgrade it to the highest tier that I need to.
May the
Also with
light keep
the
you.
Precious
jeweler,
stones to catch
you
the
can also
light.
add
Come
sockets to
and
items
see.
if you want to. You're able to go over here, choose an item that currently doesn't have a socket. Sometimes they will have a socket and you to put in a gem, and you can add a second one to that. But just say I wanted to do this, it's going to cost me one rare crafting materials scattered prism and 4,690, and then it will create a gem for me to do that. Now, that being said, you can come over here and have them unsocket gems from items. Say there's you want to put a different gem inside your equipment. If you go over here and you click on one particular thing, you can see right now that I can pull this this gem out of this socket on my pants for 4,796 gold. And some of you may
Come back
have,
and see us.
other items you've upgraded and you want to go to higher items, but you want to keep the gem that's in there. It is much cheaper to then take that item, go to the blacksmith, and scrap it because you will get that gem back. Now, very final point that I want to make. Hopefully, this is helping somebody. It's just what I've basically, learned in playing Diablo all the time. And again, I still haven't, went through everything. The map in this game is absolutely huge, as you can see, and I'm only in this small little town of Kiovashed. If you want to level up your character, it is always best, if you're going for the hardcore trophy, to do this with a friend if you have the ability to do so, because you get to have each other's back, and it just makes the experience a lot better and a lot calmer going on. That being said, you do not want to take on too much at one time. Run around, do side quests, go to Altars of Lilith, unlock waypoints, go to different areas in the map, because other things in this game that you try to complete at hardcore mode will kill you. If you try to do strongholds, if you try to do the main storyline, because some of the bosses in the main storyline are exceptionally powerful, they will kill your character and they're gone. You're not going to be able to do anything. Now, so far I haven't run into this, but if there is a side quest like the Lights Watch here that is inside of a dungeon, you're perfectly okay to go in there. Um, I haven't found any problems with one that actually includes a side quest. However, if you are running around the map and going to just whatever dungeon you can go to, you might be able to do it once, twice, three, maybe even four times. But eventually something's going to happen that is going to ruin everything that you've worked so hard for. There is a boss in this game called the Butcher. He was a boss back in Diablo 3. We defeated him in Diablo 3, so I have no idea why he shows up in Diablo 4. But he is a random spawn in the dungeon, and he is not even the final boss of that dungeon. You'll open up a door, and you'll hear the words, "Fresh meat." If you hear those words when you go into a dungeon, run for your life. He hits like a freight train. He will take your health down so fast that it is not even funny, and the damage that you are outputting, don't care what level you are, will not be enough to kill him. You will get killed. And it's a random dungeon. It may even be your first dungeon that you go to that he shows up, and you need to leave as fast as you can because he kills you. Our first run, me and my brother, our first run that we went through here, this character surprisingly survived. I was able to get out, but my brother, who was also a necromancer, um, he was level 21. Right here with me, I'm level 22 now. We had went into a dungeon. It was probably our fifth, sixth dungeon, I believe. Went around the corner, opened the door, heard fresh meat, and he commenced to beating the living shit out of us. We tried to fight him. We tried to heal up. We tried to take aggro off of him on one of us and then do the other thing. And then we just decided that we're running out of potions and we're running out of potions quick. We need to leave as fast as possible. I was able to escape. However, my brother was not so lucky. So he lost his character at level 21 and was unable to ever use him again. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you.